whenever I hear Maharaji speak, it refreshes my understanding and revitalizes my understanding and perception of what's going on in my life. It just freshens things up, and because I have less time and I've understood through his guidance that I want to make my time happy, and I want to feel each day has been full and I've had a lovely day and I'm pleased and grateful for each day. Make each day count. And I've learned that from Maharaji's guidance. He's reminded me, and I've understood, and I've tried it out, and I thought, yes, this is how I want to live. I really don't want to spend my time worrying about what's coming up tomorrow, and it's no point me thinking about the past. So I've really got to make sure today counts, and that's what I'm gunning for. And I feel so good when at the end of the night, or as I'm going off to sleep, I can just be thankful that I've had a great day. And it doesn't mean I have to have done fantastic things, but that I've felt happy. And I've also understood that I've had to accept who I am, nuts and bolts and warts and all, that I do have fears and I do have things that have gone wrong, but I'm also bigger than that. You know, I don't have to stay there. I have a choice to get into that, or I have a choice to go, okay, that's coming, I'll face it when it comes, but take what you can today. Just, you've only got today, be happy today. And I'm really trying for that. And I feel some kind of cynical part of my mind thinks, oh, you know, you've been told you've only got a few more weeks, possibly months, and I can feel within my body that I'm being overwhelmed by illness. And so part of my cynical mind might say, oh, you're going to get hit by a shot, you know, you're going to get frightened. But today, I'm not. Today, I feel I've had such a life. I feel truly blessed, and my life is full. And I may not be the most kind of spiritual person, you know, and I might not be as conscious or as meaningful or as I could be, but I've given up beating myself up, and I realise I'm doing the best I can, and if there are superficial parts to me, well, hey, there are superficial parts, and I may as well just enjoy my life. And when I first was told that I was ill, I thought, oh, I've got to be conscious and be very spiritual and caring and take every opportunity. And I realised I couldn't be that person. It was like, after a while, it was like, oh, lighten up, just give yourself a break. And Maharaji said something just recently in Leicester, and it was so much for me. He used the word forgiveness. And he was also, in the same time, he was talking about kindness. And those two words mean a lot to me. Be kind to yourself and, forgive yourself. And I have to forgive myself that I might get fearful, or I might need to watch some desperately frivolous thing on TV, or resort to some trashy novel or something, but forgive yourself that you can't be what you'd like to be. I am who I am, but my heart is really full, and with that full heart, I want to say thank you. I want to say I'm so happy and lucky. And you asked me earlier if there's something I'd like to say to Maharaji, and everyone wants to thank him. And, you know, when you start thinking about thanking Maharaji or talking to Maharaji, your heart does get emotional, and you do you know, like you do start to weep because you soften up round the edges. But I am deeply grateful. I'm so glad I managed to stick around and that I didn't listen to Crazy Woman and space off. And I'm so grateful that he keeps traveling, that he keeps going out there and talking to people, and I can get the opportunity to hear it. So grateful that his message is going out all the time, and people are trying to send out his message so that you might get it. You'll pick it up, you'll catch it some way. And I caught it just by chance, and I managed to stay with it, even when my ego was battered or other things happened in my life, and ups and downs come and go, and you get annoyed with the way things are unfolding, or somehow or other I've managed to survive, and I am really glad for it, that I've managed to hang in there, because it works. This whole practice of knowledge and listening to Maharaji speak and learning and having this journey, my life, go and track with him, follow in his wake. He's got a perspective and is offering a perspective in life and an opportunity to journey with a certain clarity, and I'm following that and have taken it on board in my life, and I've managed to stay with it, and I really feel the benefits of it, and I am, you know, the result of it, my happiness is the fact that I've been able to hang on in there by hook or by crook. And so I'd say to anyone, look, whatever works for you, you know, if it's just quietly listening to his words and that does it for you, great. All respect, you know, to you, and what works for you, go with it. Listen to your instincts, because it's that inner voice that I listened to when I was 21. I listened to that instinct that said, I don't get what's going on, I have judgment about what's going on, but there's a feeling here that that feels right, I like it. And I listened to that, and I stayed true to that instinct, and I stayed with it. And there have been so many changes that have happened in Maharaji's work and the setup of his work. And they've affected me sometimes, but I've stayed with the changes, rolled with the changes, and because the essence never changes, it stays the same, and it's just worked for me.